I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm. I bet I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time travel a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I make him pigs fly. Now I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
What now?
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 27, Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. In motion comes the tight end left.
29, let's go.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Hamler now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A 57-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 26. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Chandler Jones, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. The Broncos at 9-5 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one.
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it. Yes.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd and 2, Carr. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a play fake. Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yards.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Wilson. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
After the sack on 1st down, Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
6:37.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams from 17 yards out. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 3rd down, a run from White. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. Well, these 2 teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Play action. It's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
This is intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. It was Matthew Adams who got him down on the defensive side.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And the slot man goes in motion left.
93. Later 1. 694. 29. 29.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack.
OP. 808.
Back to throw here. He hits Adams, complete. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A tackle made there by Caden Stearns. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro, and he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. In motion goes the tight end. Carr. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Carr now to throw. This is caught. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Raiders. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and is showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 28-yard line. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. He's got a man, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. McManus's point after is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
93.
Now Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
694. 29. 29.
Throwing now is Carr. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Hey, Raider 2, 6-18. You're mine. Express.
Here's Carr to throw. Slant to Adams. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Hey, 734. 93. 93.
Now Carr again. Caught out right by Renfro. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Oh, he's brought down. Remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 1 now. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve, as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 79 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
29.
From just shy of midfield, Carr looking deep for Adams. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 39 yards there, a big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
29.
Here's Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way, as we saw there.
He'll get this one to Patrick. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with White. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
To throw his Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
A good running there by Jacobs on first down as he's able to take this forward for a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
What now?
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
No motion, the tight end across the formation. Here's Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hit.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Raiders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
It's for us.
Jacobs going to try the middle. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Carr now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On play action, it's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Once again, it's Jacobs. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 4.
You're mine. Hey, 734. 93. 93. 637.
To throw, it's Carr. He hits Adams complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
You're mine.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 149 yards rushing for now as he has been tremendous all day long. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. handoff. This is Jacobs. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Well, this drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
So this one up.
I just scraped it off the top, put it on the road, on the turf, on the block. It was already sold, I don't work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, the mental lie. Whenever she comes, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a two, I paid it in the book. Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. The chain don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off a. Yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my, he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie.